What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, former Saturday Night Live cast member Molly Shannon has accused the late Gary Coleman of sexually assaulting her in a motel some years ago. All right. Now, these are my thoughts. Once again, we have a male, oftentimes in these situations, a black male, and perhaps even more common, a deceased black male who is no longer here to defend himself being accused of sexual assault by a woman from thousands of years ago, but she chooses to talk about it now while she, you guessed it, is plugging a book. Molly Shannon has a book coming out. Matter of fact, it came out April the 12th, just a couple of days ago. And here we are, coincidentally, this story surfaces. All right. So, much like the allegation that Elvira made against the dead Wilt Chamberlain and the allegations that were made against the long dead Rick James. And, now I'm not saying Rick James was an angel, but some of the shit that was said was just downright disturbing. And it comes out 20 years after he died, or damn near 20 years. Well, anyway, in this situation, she claims that around the time, I think toward the end of the show of Different Strokes, she met Gary Coleman in a motel room. And they shared the same agent. And supposedly she met with him as far as, the potential of being in a project with him. All right. Because at the time, Gary Coleman had little juice in Hollywood, little juice. And she said that at first in front of the agent, they were flirting. I mean, she was flirting with him, blah 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 blah, whatever. Saying that she looked like Dana Plato and all that. But then she said when the agent left, you know, uh, Gary got vicious, nasty, and turned into the Wolverine and tried to attack her. And she just couldn't withstand the might and the physical prowess of Gary Coleman. Gary being this hulking 4'8", and she just couldn't deal with it, and she ran to the bathroom, and um, finally Gary Coleman calmed down and shrunk back down to normal size. Because he hulked up. Because that has to fit the rageful nigga fantasy and shit in their heads. So he shrunk back down to normal size and said, sorry about that, I guess, and then she ran out of the room. Look, in reality, let's look at something here, okay? So this was probably around 1986, right? Toward the end of the show. So Gary Coleman is 18. She's probably around 19 or 20. Gary Coleman is probably a horny ass teenager. She knows that. I think she's omitting shit that she probably said to lead him on. She probably thought that she could suck Gary's dick and that'd be good. Gary wanted the pussy. She didn't want to give up the pussy. And it got a little out of hand. That's it. That's what I think. Now, was I there? No. But I'm just getting to a point where you look at the fact that there's so many false alarms out there. There's so many situations where a lot of women are obviously lying and trying to sell books or trying to set men up, just like the woman who claimed Chris Brown raped her when it was revealed that she was a fucking liar. Shit like that is just starting to make me numb to this shit. Okay? And then another thing that Molly Shannon realizes is that sympathy evokes reward. Okay? Uh, what I'm talking about is with Chris Rock, for instance. Chris Rock was slapped on national television. And because of that, with some people, he's evoked sympathy. He's going to start, look, because of that, he's going to get offered movie roles out of sympathy that he wouldn't have got otherwise. Ticket prices are going to soar for Chris Rock. Interest is going to soar. Revenues are going to soar. He's going to make more money in the next 2 years than he's probably made in the last 10 to 15 years combined. Chris Rock is good because of the sympathy factor. And a lot of these women know that. They know that. And I think in their mind they say, well, yeah, it's fucked up I'm doing this to Gary Coleman, but he's dead. I mean, who cares? He's dead. He can't be hurt legally. He can't challenge what I'm saying legally. So I'm free to say this. Because who gives a fuck, right? Wilt's dead. Gary's dead. You know. But at the end of the day, Michael Jackson's dead. So who cares if these women continue to slander their names, right? I just find it hard to believe, man. Gary Coleman. I mean, I'm trying to recollect incidences where Gary Coleman was accused of sexual misconduct. I do remember a situation where he went off on a fan. Might have been like 2002 or something like that, 2003, where he went off on a fan and was talking about. I think she asked for an autograph or something. And I'm not trying to defend Gary Coleman because Gary to me was not exactly on our side. You feel me? With some of the shit that he said. But I don't believe this shit. I don't believe it. I just don't. I just, I mean, look, at the end of the day, supposedly his wife was physically abusing him. The one who I think got away with doing some fucked up shit. She was physically abusing his ass. So I'm just having, every time I'm thinking about, I'm just thinking about Gary Coleman on top of her like a fucking Chucky doll and shit. You fucking bitch. You're a fucking whore. Yeah. Come on, man. That shit bullshit to me, man. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll have a different opinion. What you think?